of another vlog. I'm at home and I have to deal with putting a whole bunch of flowers into a whole bunch of vases. And I don't think I have enough vases for this operation. When I mean a whole bunch of flowers, I'm about to show you what's happening here. Uh, there's a lot of work that's about to happen. There's also a lot of work that's happening in my home, on my roof, and also on the other part of the house. So there's been a whole lot of knocking, grinding. It's been literally so loud the whole day. I am down and out for the count. I've got flu. I'm quite sick. I'm also quite nasally, but work's got to be done. I actually need to move these flowers and get this thing done now. Don't ask too many questions. There won't be no lies, okay? These are the gorgeous flowers. What do you even mean? Aren't those gorgeous? So I need to remove them from the buckets, and there's water in there, and actually put them into some vases. I do not have enough vases for this operation, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try and put them in pretty much everything that can hold water and flowers. So let's do it.
Time's been moving slowly, so we already in too deep. Can't get no sleep on each other, carry teasing all day, and when the sun sets, you asking me to come through, kick it with you. Night turn to morning dew, then you feel it freshen and lose control. You don't wanna go slow, for sure. We both already know your place is my place now. My place is your place, let's face it. Baby, you know all the places. My place is your place. My place. Your place is my place. Just face it. No one knows my places like you do. Your places like I do. My place like you do. Baby, don't stop. Got the key to the lock. We in our own zone. Make yourself at home. Get to know mine on the inside. We can meet at yours next time. And you feel it freshen and lose control. You don't wanna go slow, for sure. We both already know your place is my place now.
Hello. Where am I? Ooh, it is much later on in the evening. The sun is setting. It's like that beautiful time. Welcome to a new vlog. I think I started the vlog earlier on today. Yes, I did. I absolutely did. I had to do the whole flower situation. So there's been a lot going on in my house. There were people in my house all day today. My sister came over. I gave her her birthday gift. She spent about 2 or 3 hours with me, and then she left. We watched a bit of TV. I introduced her to some YouTube channels that I absolutely love, like Swoop and Kidology, and I really love commentary channels, but that are about like serious topics and things like that. So I was introducing her to some of the videos that I like from those particular creators. So we hung out for a bit, gave her her gift, she left, and then I tucked into these flowers. My house smells like roses. You know how roses have a really unique, distinct smell? They really do. Even though my sense of smell is a little bit jacked up right now because I am also ill. I'm not feeling really well. I'm really not. Jokes aside, I feel like crap, okay? I've been sick all week. It is Thursday today, and I started falling sick on Sunday. But this is the first day in the week where I really feel so much better. I feel so good. I feel, I'm just a little warm. From Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I was feeling hot and cold at the same time. That's when I knew that I'm coming down with something. As you can also tell, I sound very nasally because I'm not completely out of the woods yet, and I'm really trying my level best to look after myself because next week is the SASMA Awards. I am getting really, really nervous about the SASMAs, very nervous about the SASMAs. And I'm so scared. More just because of the social anxiety and being around so many people. There's going to be a lot of people there. And I'm not really worried about, outfits, what I'm going to wear, what, blah, blah, blah. Nah, man. I'm just really feeling antsy about being around a lot of people. So I just had dinner. It is currently 10 to 7. I just had dinner. I'm done for the evening. Totally gonna chill out. I want to do some journaling. I want to relax, man. I've had a lot of thoughts that I want to put on paper that have been circling in my mind for quite some time now. And I want to just put those on paper and think about certain things, It's the end of the year, and when you get to this part of the year, you start reflecting on the year that one was, right? And you start also looking ahead to the year that is coming, all the things that you want to do, all the things that you want to achieve, all the things that you want to accomplish, all the new things that you want for your life in the next year, the things that you want to step into. Can you hear my voice? Can you hear me? Disgusting. But all the things that you want to achieve, all those kinds of beautiful things. And that's kind of where I want my mind to go today. So I'm gonna write all of that stuff out and blah blah blah. Tomorrow I'm not going to work, but I do have to get up early because I need to take my car for service. And it's time. So I need to take my car in for service tomorrow. I've already asked my old man, Bra SK. I call him Bra SK because he's known as the Shade King in our family because he will throw some shade. And he's really good at it. So I asked Bra SK to pick me up. And he's going to have to try and entertain me for the day because I don't see him picking me up and then bringing me back home only for me to have to, call the carpool service for the car to come pick me up in the afternoon. I'm hoping that he just hangs out with me for the day if he doesn't have plans. It's still a work day. Who knows? Whatever, man. Even if he can just leave me somewhere, I might take my laptop with me. Even if you can just leave me somewhere. Oh, that reminds me, I need to clear out my car. And yeah, that's pretty much me catching you up. I will spend the day with you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna grab my DJI. The beauty about DJI, I can use it anywhere. It's so nice and small and compact that it hardly creates and garners any attention. So I'm gonna take it along with me tomorrow and see where I end up tomorrow. I have no idea. Roses are red, my dear. And there is my lovely TV. There's some roses over there and there's some roses over there. I'm legitimately such a happy girl right now. Oh, I love flowers, man. Anything flowers, plants, books are the best things you can gift me and give me. The best. Oh, I'm going to show you what I actually got from Jonathan Ball Publishers. Yeah, I'll show you that in a little bit, but yeah. I'm just going to take all of this in and write a little bit, play some music in the back, some lo-fi, and just collect my thoughts for a little bit. I'll talk to you guys later. Hello? Ooh, no. Good morning. I have dropped off the car and I am currently with my dad, and we are having breakfast. We're having breakfast at Olives and Plates at the Verge. Let me show you what it looks like.
Let's fly away, just you and me. I need a little break from the city. It's been so long since we've been gone. I wanna feel that summer feel, but I don't wanna go if you ain't with me. Let's make a home, be all alone. So tell me, baby, where would you like to go? Maybe we'll drive from coast to coast, only to where we love the most. I'm taking you to paradise, paradise. You know where we're going tonight, going tonight. Paradise, paradise. I'm taking you to paradise, paradise. I don't even care about the price, yeah. Paradise, paradise. I'm taking you. Let's see the sun and have some fun. I'm so tired of living life in gray, babe. And you deserve to see the world.
Hello. Hi. Different day. I am on my way out of the house. And before I leave, I wanted to just do a quick check-in. Hey everybody, it's a different day. Yesterday I was out with yesterday I took my car for service. Then I spent the morning with my father, and we were just kind of propping about kind of everywhere. And after that we went home, chilled at home for a little bit, and then after that went back to go pick up the car, and then met up with the girls of the family, mom, Naledi Khanya, and we met at Butcher Boys because we're always at Butcher Boys. And we were kind of having a celebration lunch kind of thing for Naledi's birthday, because on her birthday she wasn't around. So we were chilling, finally having a great celebration for her birthday. I had already given her her present a few days ago when she was here, and I'd gotten her a really beautiful dress and a book about the psychology of money. Not the psychology of money, the art of spending money. And she wanted that book, so I got it for her. And then we kind of hung out at Butcher Boys yesterday late, couple of hours, right? Got home quite... This is why I'm drinking coffee, okay? I need to be actually out of the house in the next maybe 20 minutes. And I'm going back to my parents' house. And today we're having like a braai. We're going to be chilling, vibing, having a good time, having a braai. And there's obviously going to be drinks and all of that. But I need to start off at the Woolies. Mom asked me to just bring over some salads. Like a Greek salad, like those basil pesto salads, pasta salads, all of that. So I'm going to go over to Woolies, pick those up, and then go home. Might take my DJI with me. I really don't like to film when I'm at home, but I might take it with me just for some B-roll candid shots. Sure, I guess. I'm going in my slippers. I'm literally wearing my house shoes. I'm literally going in my house shoes because I'm going home. And I don't see the point of why I need to wear fancy shoes. So, this is why I came on here, to talk to you guys about the Zara perfumes with Jo Malone, a collection created by Joan Malone, CBE, founder of Jo Loves. The Zara perfumes, these ones, let me tell you. All right, so a couple of weeks ago, there's a story time, okay? Today I'm not using my favorite one. Should I use my favorite? Yeah, I should. A couple of weeks ago, I was at the mall, and then I jump into Zara. I don't even remember what I was looking at, and I was with Katleho, my cousin, and we're walking about. He's looking at the men's section, I'm looking at the female section. He spots a perfume, I'm in the female section, I'm spotting this perfume. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving without it. These go for around 900, 899 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I bought him a perfume and I bought myself this one, and I only realized when I was walking away with it that it's actually a collection created by Jo Malone, CBE, the founder of Jo Loves. I love Jo Malone perfumes. I have 2 in my bedroom in my collection, perfume collection cabinet. But when I smelled this is the scent, no, Elegantly Tokyo. First and foremost, look at this bottle. Look at this bottle. But I'm gonna show you this other one now. But look at this bottle. Love it down, Kesan. Smells so good. I haven't been crazy about Zara perfumes because I know that they don't last long, and it's kind of like you have to keep it in your bag. But the nice thing about this is that it comes different sizes. There's a smaller size that fits in your bag, and they didn't have it. That's why I was just like, I'm not gonna leave this perfume. I was gonna buy the smaller size, try it out, see if I like it. It's got a magnetic lid. This bottle is stunning. It's stunning. Oh, Sanalwami, I smell so good. I love smelling good. And this one's gonna sit in my car because I always have a perfume in my car. It's mandatory, it's standard, just in case. You never know where you're gonna end up. Okay, so there's always one that's supposed to sit in the car. And then yesterday, the ultimate fave, I don't know if she woke up thinking of me, missing me, loving me, or whatever, but she bought me this one. And she was like, you know what, Katleho? I don't want to hear nothing from you about the fact that I never did anything for you. Do you hear my chat? And I'm like, I'm sorry, what is going on? And then she whipped this out. And I was like, sister, oh my God. Again, also from the same range of perfumes. So look at this bottle. Are you joking? Oh God, I smell so good. I feel like I must layer them. I love smelling good. It can be anything. Me, I will smell good all the time. These are great. As everyday perfumes, they're great. You don't have to use your Tom Fords every day and your whatevers, right? You don't need to use all of those every day, your Mont Blancs and all of this. But you need an everyday scent. Your Chanel's, your Dior's. No, those are for special occasions. You need an everyday scent, babe. Look at this bottle. Look at this bottle. Are you kidding? And this is Fashionably London. This is Naledi's favorite scent. And we're going to mix it with Tokyo. I feel like Tokyo is better. Naledi doesn't feel like Tokyo is better. But you know what? Who cares what Naledi thinks? But I love her for this. I absolutely love her for this. Smells glorious. Pick them up. It's $8.99. I know they're a bit pricey, but it's a big bottle. It's a big bottle that'll last you a really long time. Pick it up. Indulge yourself in these. My favorite one is Elegantly Tokyo. I love it. Love it down, Kesan. But yeah, I smell glorious. I smell wonderful. I smell edible, delicious. But yeah, I think when I come back from home, or probably tomorrow, something happened to me yesterday when I was sitting with my family and we were talking about, life, love, money, progression, relationships. And I had a really candid chat with Mom about relationships and how devastating relationship breakups can be. And I never really spoke much about my breakup on here and why it happened and all of that. And I'll never really say why it happened, but it broke me. It absolutely broke me. And this is the longest period of time that I have gone not being in a relationship after a breakup. I mean, it's like 2 years now where I just don't want to be in a relationship. I was grieving. I was so heartbroken. I was so blindsided. I didn't see it coming. I was just hit with and I was like, wow. And somebody flipped 180 degrees. 180 degrees? Literally flipped 180 degrees and changed on me. And I didn't understand why and all of this. And had I not had the support system that I have, I would have crashed out. I still needed to show up every day. I needed to go to work. I needed to show up for my clients. I needed to show up for my family, my friends. I needed to show up. But if I did not have the friends that I have, who held space for me, who let me crash out, who let me cry and scream, my family, you know, the conversations that we had and all of this, especially how it hit me out of nowhere. I thought we were okay until I realized we weren't. Or maybe just somebody lost interest and it wasn't me. That somebody wasn't me. And whatever it may have been, just having the support system that I have, my family, changed the game for me. Or else I would have had such a major crash out. Major crash out. Hopefully, and I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how, you know, grief at the end of a relationship and grieving the end of a relationship that you thought was going to be a lifelong relationship is often, you know, people kind of expect you to get over it. Like, it's fine. You know, it's been 2 months, it's been 6 months. Some relationships take years to get over. And people tend to see you as, oh, come on, you know, it happened so long ago and whatever. And they don't understand that grieving a life that you thought you once had, but also a future that you thought you would have with someone that you care about and that you love, is honestly one of the most painful experiences to go through. And to be in a space where you can't even share that with people because you get to a point where you think like you might be annoying them, or they're just like, oh, get over it already, or whatever, feels so lonely and it feels so isolating that if I didn't have the support system that I have, because I crashed out many a time, many a night with drink in hand, literally, you know, some of that chronic as well, that, you know, and needing a space where I felt seen, because the way that relationship ended, I felt like I wasn't seen. I didn't matter. It changed overnight. I was so heartbroken about it. And I feel like people don't want to talk about the grief that comes with a heartbreak of that nature. A long-term relationship where you're grieving the relationship, but you're also grieving the future that you could have had with someone that you believe and felt and thought was the love of your life. And realizing that that's gone. That's not going to happen anymore. And there's a pain that comes with that. And I think for me, that's why it's taken me so long to get back onto the wagon, to get back into dating. I don't even still think I'm ready for it. Am I meeting people? Yeah. Am I smiling a lot more when I open my phone? Yeah. But do I get lonely at night thinking and missing that part of my life that I thought would be, or that person or whatever? Fucking yeah. And I don't want you to ever feel like you're not allowed to feel those feelings, because you are. We show up really strong. We show up really put together to the outside world, but we hurt as well. We're also people. We hurt. We crash out. There's moments where so many times where I broke no contact, that I actually had to go about blocking everywhere. Emails, calls, this, for my sake, not for his sake, for my sake, because I know that it's not going to be as easy. I would need to go in and unblock and whatever. So that action of unblocking is going to bring me back to myself to say, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Right? But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. It'll be a little bit of a chat about my heartbreak as well. But I need to go in the next 10 minutes. So we'll talk about it. But don't feel any sense of shame. Don't. It's very isolating. It's very lonely, especially when people have, it's been a while since that breakup and you feel like you don't want to talk to people about it anymore because they're going to be like, oh, get over it already. No. Take your time with it. Take your time with it. Reconnect with yourself. Be yourself, and all of this, and take your time with it. Find yourself again, right? But I certainly hope that you have spaces where you can crash out, where you can feel loved and supported, where there's people who look at you and they say, he don't even fucking deserve you. You're so gorgeous. Not even you're gorgeous. You're just such a wonderful person. He doesn't deserve you. And if he or she didn't see that, then on them. You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about it later. Hopefully, if I come back I'm not going to come back soon. I'm going to come back at night. So we'll probably talk about it tomorrow. Because tomorrow's Sunday and I'll be home all day. And we'll just have a little heart-to-heart. Anyway, I'll take my DJI with me and we'll see what kind of footage we get. Let's go home. You know when you're getting old and when you sit down and you hear creaks and cracks when you bend your knee. It's the next day. I got back, I think around 10, 11 last night, very late. And I literally just went to bed, right? I poured myself a drink for the remainder of the evening. And I went straight to bed. And I have just gotten up. It is currently 11 o'clock, 11 in the morning. So I went and I saw my family yesterday, and it was just, I draw so much strength from my family, strength, support, love, right? Even though after some time I really get tired and drained and my energy is drained and I need to kind of re-energize and things like that. I am an introvert after all. So days like this, on Sundays, today, if I've been with family or people all weekend from like Friday and Saturday, Sundays I deliberately want them for myself. I need to chill out. I need to watch some TV. I need to read. I need quiet time. I need to cook. But I'm not going to cook today because I was the braai master yesterday at home. My father didn't feel like braaiing and I said, give me them tongs. Give me them tongs, and I braaied the meat and everybody enjoyed it. But here's the funny thing, because I was braaiing, I didn't want to eat after that. I literally didn't eat. I was given a skaftin with salads and whatever so that I can eat at home because I literally didn't eat. I was sort of grabbing here and there, right? A piece of meat there, something off of my sister's plate or, some crisps here and there. But I was just enjoying my wine. I was having red wine. I was enjoying my wine, chilling with the family, having a good time, lots of laughs, lots of tears too. Yeah, privately, me and my sister, Naledi. Me and Naledi had some private tears of our own outside. We literally had to walk outside the house and have a private moment because there were people in the house. But it wasn't about us. It was about something that we're both going through that doesn't involve each other, but we were talking about it and we had a cry. We had a brief cry. It is raining today. It's been raining from 3, 4 in the morning till now. It's literally just taking a break now. It's stopped for a little bit, but it's still drizzling a little bit. And I think it's going to be pretty much on and off all day. This is the kind of weather I absolutely love. Oh, I love it. Love it down. Anywho, in my last video, somebody asked me, love your glasses. Where did you get them? Is that me? I'm so tired and I'm hungover. But it's not a bad hangover. I should have just opened the hangover with some whiskey. Open the day. Should have added a little bit of whiskey to my coffee. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, these I got from Aldo and from the men's section. So I'm particular about my sunglasses. I've actually pulled out some of my sunglasses that were in my car because my car went to service, so I had to remove everything from my car. And I was shocked at how there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of sunglasses in my car. Imagine if I hadn't cleaned out my car and my sunglasses disappeared. Go save. Anyway, these I got from Aldo. These are from the men's section at Aldo. Down, right, down, down, love them, down. Love them. I saw them on a random day. Aldo has really great sunglasses, but I was pulled to this one, which is in the men's section. And I absolutely love them. I think they're great. I don't have many brown sunglasses. Most of my sunglasses are black, but I love them. And to show the different types and tastes that I have in sunglasses, this is another pair that I think is from Cotton On, yes, that I bought a very long time ago, but very different, right? I love different styles, shapes, designs. Love this when my hair is freshly cut, dyed, and I'm wearing like leather pants or leather jacket, and I've got a very cool vibe about me. Love them down. Bought them sometime last year. And I just sometimes I wear them. One morning when I'm driving to work, I feel like wearing these ones. Another morning I feel like wearing other ones. Another morning I feel like wearing other ones, you know. And then there's another pair here. Let's see. I actually don't even know which ones these ones are. Oh, these are my black Ray-Bans. You guys have probably seen me in these in vlogs many a time. But love them down. I was given these years ago by one of my friends who is a pilot, and he was just like, fine, because he was wearing them, and I was just like, man, I love these, gimme. And he was like, please, no. And we'd kind of be driving around, and then a few days later he'd pick me up, and we'd drive around and go to lunch and do all these things and have fun. And then eventually I was like, no, but listen, you're going to leave the country. He's between South Africa and multiple countries at a time. So when he's here, I meet up and spend a lot of time with him. And so I asked him, I'm like, give me. And then he was just like, fine. And he gave me the glasses. Love him down. The last pair that came out of my car are these Ray-Bans as well. These are my favorite. These ones I bought, I like to say about 3 years ago. I was with my ex, my current ex, who was my partner at the time, and we were together, and I bought these and bought him also on the same day. I bought these for myself, and I bought him a pair of Wayfarers. And that day he bought me something else. We were just moseying around, going to the malls, having a good time. I bought him sunglasses and bought myself sunglasses. He bought me sneakers. He used to love buying me sneakers, that guy. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up this vlog here. But it's just swinging off based on yesterday's conversation, because I did say that I was going to have a chat with you guys about it. And I think really if you're in a space where you are grieving, you know, a relationship, a broken connection, a friendship, you know, you're grieving a really close friendship. I am even still currently in the midst of grieving a friendship. Yeah, a 10 plus year friendship. I'm grieving it. And you know, people tend to be harsh on people who are going through a difficult time over a friendship breakup or a relationship breakup. Like, man, it's been 6 months, get over it already. And nah, bro, like, that's not how it works. You're literally, especially if it is a long-term friendship, especially if that friend is somebody that you saw in your life forever. You know, you saw that friend as somebody, like if you're a marriage person, right? You saw that friend as somebody who was going to be your maid of honor, or, you know, part of your bridesmaids gang squad or whatever. And the friendship just ends. You grieve it for a really, really long period of time. Much like a relationship. You are grieving what was, the memories that once were, You are grieving the hopes and dreams that you had for that relationship, the progression of you guys as a couple, as a unit, whatever, whether financial, whatever, the bringing together of those two worlds. You're grieving that that's not going to happen anymore. You are grieving how somebody, if you are not the one who ended the relationship, how you're grieving the switch up and not knowing the person that is now standing in front of you, how different they are from the person that you thought you knew. Diabolical. There's so many emotions that you go through in that period, right? So many emotions that you go through that people expect it to be one and done, right? A month or 2 months in. Not with long-term friendships. I don't expect. I understand my friend talking to me about her friendship breakup for years to come, or reminiscing, going down memory lane and saying, I remember when Debo and I went to Sun City and we did this, and she's telling me, she's reciting the story to me, and she gets a little bit sad and emotional and cries about it. I am there to support. Girl, cry about it for 5 years. Cry about it for 10 years. Cry about it for a lifetime. There's certain connections where they will always hold that spot in your life, where even when you think about it in the long term, or years after, months, even years after, it still stings. It still haunts you. It still, it breaks you. It hurts you, right? It doesn't mean the hurt gradually fades. It's not as painful as it was in the first months or whatever. So it gradually fades. You live your life, you move on, you meet people, you make new friends, you get into new relationships, you whatever, right? But it teaches you, that connection or that friendship or whatever teaches you so much about yourself, the things you'll tolerate, the things that you won't, but it also teaches you so much about, if you look back at it and actually dissect it and want to pick apart your role in it and their role in it, it teaches you. It should teach you a lot about yourself, a lot about your tolerances, what you won't tolerate, what you will tolerate. You go back on it and you think about all the things that you actually let slide, that you never would have let slide, right? Whether with that friend or with that relationship or whatever, you start thinking about all the things that you let slide, that you never would have let slide if it was somebody else, right? You start thinking about all the things that they said, calling you out of your name, literally cussing at you and calling you really, really insane things. And you're like, how did I allow that, Or like small little things that would happen that you kind of, you ignored or whatever. It's crazy. So now when you're dissecting and you're doing a little autopsy of the relationship or of the friendship, you're thinking to yourself that, damn, that's insane. That's insane that I allowed that, or this is what happened and I was cool with it, or whatever, or blah, blah, blah. And that, going through those emotions and those motions and emotions and the flow of the ocean. Going through all of that, all those emotions, takes time to work through all of that. So if you are somebody who, maybe even you're hard on yourself at the fact that, man, I should have moved on by now or whatever, don't be. Like, I feel, as I was saying yesterday, this is the one relationship that took me the longest to get over, because I was grieving what was, right? I was grieving the memories of the then. I was grieving the person that I thought he was, and it turned out he wasn't. I was grieving the future that I had in mind for me and him and the connection and all. I was grieving so many other things that I just don't want to disclose on here, that had a lot to do with family and connections with other people and all of that. I was grieving a lot. I was really grieving a lot. And it took me forever. But also at the same time, I was also grieving the fact that I was willing to go all the way. I was willing to work through all these differences, all these sticky points, all these whatever. I was willing to work through it because that's how much I loved him, right? And then I grieved the fact that he wasn't willing to do that for me. And that actually showed me that, damn, maybe that's not what I thought it was. Maybe I had the complete wrong idea. I don't know. But for many months after that, even though I was showing up to the world and being me and all of this, for many months after that, I would break no contact. We would talk. It's not like I was being ignored or anything like that. There would be conversation. We would talk. We would call each other, laugh on the phone. And maybe I think I also sold myself a lie in that, because I thought that if we can still do this, if we can still laugh and talk and all of that, and if we're still being pulled to each other in some way, shape or form, maybe there's a little hope here. Maybe just give it a little bit of time, let things cool off, breathe out, and let's see. But then I also came back to the fact that, no, but I was hurt. What was done to me was heartbreaking, right? The being blindsided, then having to deal with somebody who was just so cold and nonchalant and unresponsive with my feelings, where I started then not feeling emotionally safe around him and all of this. I just didn't feel safe enough to express myself and all of that. And then I thought, when I was in this grieving process after the relationship, then I thought, I never want to be with a partner who makes me feel that way again. And even if that means him. So I don't think I could ever go back. Maybe 10 years from now, who knows? Maybe we might be in different places in our lives, and maybe, a lot of internal work would be done and all of that, and, therapy and internal work would be done. Maybe then. But right now, I don't. That's the one thing I refuse to negotiate on. But anyway, the point of it is, I still grieved those moments of what once was and what could have been. And I needed to give myself enough time to crash out, to cry, even when I still needed to show up for the world, right? I still needed to coach. I still needed to go to work. I still needed to freaking show up as a friend, man. I'm not the only one who's got problems, right? My friends also have issues that they're going through. They need me. I can't always be in my own little bubble. I still needed to show up for the world and then come home, get into bed and cry. And be okay with the fact that I am grieving. I'm grieving. I'm literally grieving a thing that was once living and breathing, and I'm grieving a person who is still alive. Not 6 feet under. It's crazy. So that is heavy. Heartbreak, the things that they say about heartbreak, that how it manifests physically in the body, right? That pain, it's a real thing. So give yourself grace, man. Grieve. And let it be. Eventually, at some point, you get better. I'm better. I'm not entirely there yet. I think probably 90%. I still think about, I still think about it, but I don't think about it and break down. I don't spend my days thinking about it right throughout the day. I don't. I had to do some really, really hard things on my side to be able to get to a place where I had to move forward, right? And even in moments where I've had a little bit too much of, the brown juice or the Zaza, I have weak moments where I will want to send a text or whatever, or I will cry about it, or I will whatever. Not very often, but it does happen. And that shows me that I'm not quite there yet. But I'm definitely better than where I was this time a year or 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So give yourself some grace. I'm gonna end the video here. It's a very chatty video, but it's a little also heart to heart. This is not something that I typically would have shared, but because I was having a conversation with someone who is going through heartbreak, and I was literally saying these things, I thought maybe as an older sister to come to you guys and actually share it with you. And if that is something that you are going through, take it easy on yourself. Give yourself some grace. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my Sunday. Maybe I might have enough energy to edit this, and if I do, I will definitely post it today or Monday. We'll see. And I'll see you in the next video. Until the next one. Do you see my roses? Did you see them? There's roses here. There's roses behind there. There's roses here. Roses there. Roses. Ah! Roses everywhere. Bloom, my darling, where you are planted. You know what I'm saying? Bloom. Where you are planted. And if you are planted the right way by the right things, and the right things are coming together, the sun, the rain, the dust, the great soil, the dust, you are gonna bloom. You are. But if something is shortering, so whatever, bloom where you are planted. Alright. Love you down, Kessa.